Welcome back. Yoga is more than just twisting, turning, stretching, and breathing exercises. It's a way of life. This ancient art that strengthens the body and relaxes the mind can also be the best way to stave off routine illnesses and ailments. To show you just how to boost your immunity, Duncan Rice is back with Yoga for Wellness.
Namaste and welcome to our yoga today. Today we're going to be focusing on the immunity in our body. Yoga profoundly affects immunity in our body. In fact, the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, one of the older texts of yoga, in which we follow in Hatha Yoga, these postures that we do with you in these classes, really stressed how important it is to have a healthy body and mind. And so immunity is part of the practice of Hatha Yoga, particularly working on the endocrine system. So we're going to do two postures today, which is going to show you how you can increase your immunity. So the first posture we're going to do is going to come and lie down on our stomachs, and we're going to come into the posture called Shalabhasana. So Shalabhasana, you need to be aware of, does work the spine quite intensely, but also works into the abdominal organs. So if you're pregnant, you need to avoid this posture. So we come onto our stomachs, and we're going to slowly roll over onto one side and bring our hands underneath our thighs with the palms facing down, and then we roll onto the other side, bringing our palms facing downwards. We bring our toes together, heels together here to start. If you find it difficult bringing your palms facing downwards, you can make fists with your hands, or you can bring your hands to the outside of the body as well. We're going to place the chin on the mat, unless you have problems with your neck and shoulders. We're going to start moving on the left side because we're working deep as well into the colon here, and by lifting the left leg we're moving into the ascending colon, and then when we move the right leg we're moving into the descending colon. So we can't do it the other way around in this posture. Normally we start on the right and then move to the left, but this posture we always start on the left. So you're going to slowly, as you breathe in, you're going to raise the left leg up, straight leg as high as you can, up towards the sky. Hold for a couple of seconds and then slowly breathe out. This is the Ekapada Shalabhasana, the one leg at a time locust. Breathe in, the right leg raises up. Hold for a couple of seconds and then slowly lower down. Breathe in, raise the left leg up, and slowly lower down. Breathe in, raise the right leg up, and slowly lower down. Breathe in, raise the left leg up, and slowly lower down. Breathe in, raise the right leg up. Slowly lower down. And now we're going to rest in the crocodile posture, Makarasana. Bring one hand on top of each other in front of you. Take the feet wider than the mat, turn the toes out, and rest the head on top of the hands. The ancient yogis were the first psychoanalysts. In fact, in the ancient times, the yogis recognized that we have what we call sanskaras. Sanskaras are the past impressions, and these past impressions can either be genetic or from past life, or just that we picked up and acquired through our life in this life on earth. And in fact, what's quite amazing about this is that through yoga we can start to release these past impressions. These past impressions become the triggers for anxiety, become the triggers for depression, become the triggers for addiction. So through this we can start to alleviate some of these by removing some of these past impressions or sanskaras. So we're going to show you today two postures which can really help with calming anxiety. And the first one we're going to do today is called Ustrasana. Again, if you have high blood pressure, you need to take this posture a little bit more carefully and maybe practice the first version of the posture. And if you've got knee or hip problems or also problems in the ankles, you need to practice this with caution. So we come down onto our knees with the hips, with the knees, hip distance apart, and we come and sit back on the heels to start. We're then going to sit up and from here we're going to do the first version of the posture. So you place your hands between the back and the buttocks, the fingers just resting gently on the buttocks, and you're just going to slowly push the hips forward as you go into the back bend and drop the head back. If you've got neck or shoulder issues, you just keep the head looking forward. And this is the first version of the posture. For those of you who would like a little bit more of a challenge and can reach down to your heels, you can either tuck the toes and reach down to your toes that way, your heels that way, or you can have the feet flat and take both hands back, right hand first, left hand second, and then push the hips forward and drop the head back into Ustrasana. We stay here for 5 long deep breaths. This posture is really good for helping with anxiety, apart from all the other benefits, working into the thyroid and the parathyroid glands, into the kidneys, as well as the abdominal organs and the hips. So to come out, we take the left hand across our body, we lean over to the right side, and then push ourselves up, and then we slowly sit back onto our heels into Vajrasana, placing the hands into Jnana Mudra by tucking the forefinger to the base of the thumb and resting the hands on the legs, and just rest here for a moment. Just feel the calmness in your body after this quite intense practice. So the intensity of the practice induces the calmness when we come and sit in the Vajrasana posture. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashantu, maha kaschit dukkhabaha bhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.